How you doing, people? Here on a beautiful sunny day in front of the Hagen Museum here in Stockton, and got a few comments about the press conference that our president held yesterday regarding the unidentified objects shot down over the last week or so. A little background. I'm an Air Force crew chief, trained out of San Antonio and Lackland. My first duty station was Bitburg Air Base in Western Germany, 1976. So I trained on F-4s, T-38s, A-6s. When I arrived in Germany in June, I think, of '76. Bitburg was a very strategic NATO base. Live nuclear bombs, Victor alert, Zulu alert. Played many war games. Stood in many doorways with my gas mask on for hours. When the siren sounds, whenever you are, if you've been told ahead of time, you put that gas mask on and you shelter in place until the bell rings and the exercise is over. Very high stress base. And the fact that I was in Europe in '76 and '77 at the height of the Billy Meyer contacts taking place in Switzerland, I wouldn't be surprised if my pilots weren't flying in support of other NATO countries in Western Europe that were having unidentifieds violate their airspace, which is what the air forces are all about. Identify, intercept, and shoot down. So I just have a few comments about the words used by the president. People are wondering why all of a sudden we're just shooting stuff down. If you've done any modicum of research about the UFO, UAP, this isn't a new phenomena, folks. And the fact that the government is playing coy with their words is just government doublespeak.
Inside there, they have a store.
There were comments made by the president that they had tweaked their radar. Oh. So, all of a sudden, a balloon that they saw a couple of weeks ago launched from an island near China. They tracked it. I just find it hard to believe that they're just playing, whoa, my gosh, this balloon kind of flew into our airspace. On one level, they say that, but identify, intercept, and shoot down, okay? Biden says anything posing a threat, he'll shoot it down. No, I don't think so. I don't know if that's a lie or if you're just misrepresenting your abilities, okay? Again, there's a little confusion here, I think, with the government keeps directing the attention back to China and surveillance balloons and balloons in general that the public or private enterprises or companies are putting up and recovering. So all of a sudden this is becoming a problem? I don't think so. They're tweaking their radar to pick up these slower moving, higher altitude objects. Well, there are many reports of UFOs and UAPs doing that exact same thing over the last few decades, so that's kind of weird. The fact that he was using unidentified aerial object, UAO. He wasn't saying UFO or UAP. What about NORAD? What about NORAD, folks? Isn't NORAD's job to just track all the shit that's up there? We know there's 10,000 objects in space around our planet, satellites and debris and stuff we don't even know about. Oh, and then we got a Space Force. So, how far down to the Earth does the Space Force operate? And where does NORAD stop as they go up into the atmosphere? Is there a buffer, a line? Is there an intersection? Shouldn't there be? I'm wondering who or what will decide the threat or a non-threat. How are they determined if these things are manned or unmanned? These are balloons. They haven't even recovered the 3 objects they shot down. Will we ever even see that stuff? They're just playing coy with all that. He's directed the NSA to lead a government-wide effort to ensure we are positioned to deal safely and effectively with this stuff. Well, what have we been doing in the past? See, that's just doublespeak. What the fuck has our defense been doing? Huh? Establish an inventory of unmanned and objects in our atmosphere? That hasn't been happening already? Go back to Wendell Stevens, who in the 50s was doing photo reconnaissance for the Air Force, loading and unloading massive cameras with negative plates, taking all kinds of photographs of stuff in the air, typically other countries' planes and that type of stuff, but tons of UFOs back in the 50s. Come on, people. This is such a bunch of BS. Improved detection? Yarsh. No mention of the Tic Tacs. What, remember the Tic Tacs? Remember all that incredible footage we saw, photographed by gun camera footage from our advanced fighter jets and test pilots? So again, there's this disconnection. You know, they're trying to mislead us with balloons, when in fact, yeah. If you haven't done any research into this, understand that the government has rapid response and recovery teams to gather these types of objects when they crash. The fact that we're shooting them down and we're struggling to find the wreckage, BS. Bentwaters, Kecksburg. Here's a classic, the Cash Landrum incident. Two people driving down the road at night with their grandson. All of a sudden a diamond-shaped object appears over their car, spewing flames, beeping, emitting tremendous amounts of heat and radiation. Oh, and then all of a sudden out of the skies, 23 Chinook helicopters are trying to capture and escort this thing away. 23 Chinook helicopters, a rapid response team to an incident that these people just happened to stumble upon. Go look it up, folks. Do some research. The government has teams in place all around the world to recover this crap. All that research is out there. Do your research. Every time the president steps to the podium, sadly, he's lying to us. He knows. He knows. He knows at any time he can preempt our society with a disclosure. The fact that he has to dance around tells you that it's huge, folks. They think they're going to respond, they're going to make our skies safe. No, they're not. How are they going to make our skies safe from craft that can vanish, that can, alter time and space and reality as we know it? Stay tuned, folks. Thanks for listening.